Bom dia a todos. Obrigado pela presença. Começo agradecendo, antes de mais nada, em português, ao Legman, que fez um esforço de mobilização aqui altamente bem sucedido. Agradeço o Legman e fico agradecido a vocês também pela presença. Eu vou passar agora a falar em inglês para que a nossa convidada possa acompanhar o que estamos falando a respeito dela. E eu combinei com a Susan que ela falaria de 30 a 40 minutos, ela tem slides aqui a apresentar, e depois a gente abre para perguntas de vocês, para uma discussão, que eu vou procurar organizar recolhendo perguntas de 3 em 3. E eu incentivo todos a fazer perguntas concisas, né, para que todos possam fazer o maior número de perguntas possível. So now I'm going to turn to English so that you can follow what we are talking about you.
Okay,
Only good things, I can assure you.
You said all the bad things.
Yeah, no. So very briefly, Susan Rose Ackerman she's an economist. She has a PhD from Yale. She teaches at Yale at the law school and Department of Politics. So the Department of Political Science is within the law school.
No, it's separate.
It's separate.
Yeah.
So you teach at both.
At both.
Okay, good. She has been in the World Bank for more than a year. Just a year. All right. And she has 9 books published in the interdisciplinary field of administrative law, government, economics, political science, most of them, or a significant part of them, dealing with the phenomena of corruption. And her best-known book is the book published in 1999, whose title is Government and Corruption, Causes, Consequences, and Reforms. The second edition of this book, which is an expanded version of the first book, was recently published this year, right? March this year, with co-authored by an economist whose name I completely forgot. All right. So it's the scope of the book is really impressive. I really suggest that you take a time to read the book, or at least part of it. I was told that a translation to Portuguese is coming out soon by the FGV Foundation. By the way, he's here upon invitation of the law school of the Fundação Getúlio Vargas, and I want to thank Caio, who is somewhere for the opportunity. And since this is a vast topic, I suggested, and the book is vast too, I suggested that Professor Ackerman concentrated in one specific chapter of the book, which is chapter 4, whose title is self-explanatory, and it's reducing. I'm always trying to get this right, because if I mix it up, it becomes really compromising, right? It's you're trying to reduce the incentives and increasing the costs of corruption. All right, I got it right. Okay, it's not the other way around. Okay, good. And I will turn the floor to you, Susan. Let me finish with this remark that one of the things that I heard you saying in your lecture at FGV last Monday, which in my view is very important. I think it's a kind of key message to Brazilians, that, very briefly, in a nutshell, it's the punishment of corruption, the legal punishment of corruption is necessary but not sufficient. That we need to change the structure of incentives and costs associated with corruption if we want to diminish structurally on a regular basis, on the long term, the propensity to corruption in this country. And so I'll leave it here. I'll turn the floor to you for about 30, 40 minutes. I'll try to be generous, but not too much. So thank you, Susan. Thank you so much for taking your time. It's been a marathon for you here. since you've arrived last Sunday. So it's really a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Thank you so much. Please go ahead.